Good afternoon. This is your boy Kilo D, and I'm here with Myra, and this is episode 3 of On the Rocks.
What's going on, Kilo?
Nothing much. I heard you had a serious topic you wanted to talk about and elaborate, and
Oh, wow. We were just jumping into the straight.
I think we have to.
Uh huh.
So.
Um, okay. Well, since we've been talking a lot about this, and I think that it'll relate to kind of our first show, a little tie in from there. But did you see that now the I think it's like the World Athletics Department or whatever the actual name is called, are not allowing transgenders to participate in female competitions like they have been.
Really?
Yes.
I mean, I mean, let me ask you a question. And if I say this wrong, I don't want that community to come after us. The LT, the L.
LGBTQ.
Okay, yeah. Are they defending this?
So I haven't really heard a lot about like the defense directly coming from the community itself,
Right.
but there has been so much drama kind of with, let's say females who participate in said competitions, whether it's track and field, whether it's swimming, that lose these competitions to, biological men who transgender. And yeah, in the past, I was reading into this, they had to take a certain amount of hormones, or, well, which they normally do, but they had to cut back for, I believe it was a 12-month period. But as time went forward, they were doing more testing and seeing how the just biologically, like your chemical balance, as a male growing up is obviously different than a female's.
Right.
So,
Well, I mean, at the end of the day, I mean, yeah, just because you had your sex change and you do a boob job or an ass job or you have things cut off or extended or whatever, however it matters, you're still a male.
right.
So, I mean, I'm not here to judge, but, I kind of see why they're saying it because if, say, for instance, you had a sex change
Hmm.
and you were born a man and now you're a woman, but you still are a man
Right.
even though your hormones or whatever, you still have a man. You still have that strength. You still have you still have that grunt to you.
Hmm.
So yeah, do I see that as a bonus? Do I see that as a issue? Not at all. I actually think that that's a good idea. Um, I actually think that's a good idea, and I agree with him. Um, for the transgenders. Now, I'm not saying that should the transgenders be excluded from everything? No, not at all, because they have rights just like everybody else have rights. But certain things, but I think they should go through the sports itself and and vote on okay which ones they can and cannot do. Like if they want to do women volleyball, okay, if you're a man, you're 6 foot, whatever, and then you decided to change your sexuality, I think that you that's something that okay. But if I don't want to see um, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar's son, who decides he wants to become a female, one want to decide to join the WNBA. You're already a legend because you come from a
Hmm.
legendary family.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So that'd be like,
Right. And it's like, do you, how do I phrase this? It's like obviously people are born and they feel as if were born, let's say, in the wrong body, right? For
right,
instance. But do you think that, I don't think that it's like, oh, they feel as a failure in like the sport that they're doing if they are a male, but like let's say for instance, we saw it with the female swimmers. People that, and like I'm not that athletic to dedicate my whole life, but these are people who dedicate their whole lives to a sport.
right.
Since the age of like 2, 3, 4, they're swimmers.
So, but you're like me, then you think there should be limitations on
There should be
what sports?
limitations, and I feel like in the past their limitation was, let's say science wasn't really backed up into the whole, oh, they'll still be able to participate, they just have to cut back on their hormone intake for the past 14 months, like, for 12 months prior than the competition. But
Right.
it's like what happens throughout all the years that they actually have all this strength, that that's already in you, just because your
Muscle,
testosterone levels are
muscle
dropping.
memory is muscle memory.
Right,
Right,
exactly.
right.
It's like I remember there was a certain, I don't know, it was a fight. I don't know if it was like a boxing fight or like a UFC. It was something, and it was a transgender woman, or against a woman, and like I believe that her skull was like pretty like fractured from this fight.
Right.
And it's like I can't, I'm not saying that obviously I'm out here fighting, but it's like if I'm fighting like a trans man, I mean I'm going to get my ass whooped.
Yeah, because I ain't gonna lie, I've seen a few in the situation that we work at actually bow up a little more, uh, act a little hard and act all tough. You know what I'm saying? It's like, bro, sit down somewhere. And I'm
Little
like,
man.
you got like, bro, sit down somewhere. But yeah, I mean, you can go on for days with that. I mean, how do you feel as transgenders teaching your children?
um Teaching my children
Yeah, as a teacher.
as a teacher, I feel like as a teacher it's, oh, I just no. I mean, as a teacher, it's different because you have your curriculum, like you have something to go about. But now,
I
I
mean, a gym teacher,
okay. I mean, what's the difference between a regular teacher and like a,
academics, physical.
no, right? But now in schools, they're not going to be teaching about like sexual orientation until further down the line.
They teach about sex ed in middle school now.
No, I know, but like now, it's on. I'm gonna bring more. I'm gonna look that up, and we'll talk about it next week.
All right. But I'm just saying, like, so you don't have no. I don't have a problem with transgenders. Period. You know what I'm saying?
No,
I
yes.
made that point clear.
I don't think teaching would be a big issue for me. I think the issue, like everyone else, was the unfairness of, like, let's say
But there's people
competitions
that
like
don't want
that.
those. There's a
Oh
lot of people
no,
that don't
for
want them
sure.
around their family, their
Period.
kids. That's just like you go around certain good old boys, and
The
they don't
what?
good old boys, rednecks, and
Oh
they don't want their people around us, colored people,
no, right. I was just gonna say
minorities.
that. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like the same thing. So if you are a transgender and you're in a sport, I can actually say I know what you're going through. Not in the same sense, but in the same sense. Like you're gonna have to fight for it, and hopefully it works out for y'all, and you know possibly you can achieve your dreams, but don't give up. Keep fighting for it. Um, if they had a transgender league, maybe that's something that y'all could do in the future. I mean, those communities are very supportive with each other.
You're right.
Very.
Mhm.
Three things I ain't never seen in my life. Ray Charles read a scripture from the Bible. A homosexual that was broke, and a dog that didn't lick his own balls. That's three things I never seen in my life.
Wow.
So I mean, it can happen.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? Like so, like don't give up. There's another way because some of the most richest people in the world are gay.
Mhm.
They might not come out and say it, but they're gay.
Right. But low key,
But
like
low key,
they
yeah.
got money.
Like I said, I've
Bread.
never seen a broke. Have you ever met a person that was this gay broke?
No.
Exactly.
No, like once you said that, I was thinking about like, let's say like all my friends, and I'm like, damn. Okay.
What do you think? Like, where do you think fraud came from?
Frog.
Fraud,
Oh, fraud.
fraud. Like all the scammers and all that. These guys, free band. You know who started it, right?
Mm-mm.
Homosexuals. Back in the day,
Mhm.
the check fraud and all that was homosexuals. They called them punks. Rick Ross said that in one of his rhymes one time, and people that are older like knew it. Like there was a lot of dudes that was having sex with homosexuals on the low just so they can learn the fraud game. And now they call it free bands, but you sacrifice your manhood and your pride just so you can learn how to make some extra money. That's like
Damn.
selling your soul to the devil.
Uh-huh.
If you want to hit a man in his rump roast to learn how to do that, that's I mean, but now that they've mastered and like me and you have to be on guard for our identities,
Mm-hmm.
our social securities, our credit cards because people are always trying
Yeah.
to steal something,
Mm-hmm.
you know. But that was just something that I knew like back in the day, like check fraud. It was gay people, and I'm like, damn,
Damn.
who used to boost all the clothes? Well, if you don't know what boost mean, boosting is like stealing clothes. It was the gay people, and there was nothing wrong with them, but that was their hustle. You know what I'm
Damn.
saying? If you wanted Versace, you holler at the gay people, and they bring it. They come and they bring it to you. You want a perfume, whatever, designer, whatever, they bring it to you.
They found it.
They had it, and that was their hustle.
Mm.
So when you meet a person, like the history of fraud and all that stuff, there it comes from the gays. So when they be like, "Oh, free bands," that was a gay man or a gay woman's hustle.
Mm. You learned something new.
Yeah, and I'm not lying. I mean, like
Mm-hmm.
in the '90s, everybody that did check fraud or whatever was gay.
Damn.
And if he learned that from somebody, he sacrificed something.
Mm. A night. Okay.
You think I'm lying?
No, I don't. I don't think you are at all because
I'm never saying you think I'm lying. Like look into it.
no, yeah. I mean, I believe you. I feel like even nowadays, even like in the porn industry,
Porn.
yeah, I
Right.
feel like dudes can make more money than females in gay porn.
They already do.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's crazy. So it makes a lot of sense.
Because you have. I mean, to be honest, you got a lot of weird people. You got and like in prison, you got what we call dick watchers. Like like in the showers are open,
Hmm.
so you have a person like position themselves in an angle just to be able to watch guys in the shower, and they just watching. They call them dick watchers. They just want to see your dick.
Damn.
And then you got some dudes that are really fucked up in the head. I start priming up and put soap on them and wipe and jack off while this dude's over here watching them. And it's like, but that's the mind frame of behind the wall.
Hmm.
Well, that's behind the wall. Imagine what's going on this side. Imagine these condos around here. What's going on behind door number one?
Yeah, you don't know.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like on that, me personally, I want your opinion on something. You're female, and I had an ex of mine I recently was in contact with, and have you ever felt like you was a complete idiot for fucking with a person once you realize like how stupid or like how immature that person really is like where their mind frame is like at, and it's like how the fuck did I date them?
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? It's like
Yeah.
this motherfucker sent me a picture of a fucking steering wheel of a BMW, and I'm like, oh, I'm sliding. I'm like,
Okay.
bitch, buy a house.
Right.
Like, where are your priorities? Like, you're 30 something years old and you're still thinking about cars, jewelry. Like
Hmm.
the richest person I ever met looked at so simple and so broke. When they told me who he was, I had to look at him twice. They're like, that really is him.
Damn.
Rich people want to look broke and poor people want to look rich.
Yeah.
Rich people want to look broke and poor people want to look rich.
I think it has to do with mindset. And I want to say, like, yeah, you look at someone that you've dated in the past and you're like, what was I thinking? But, it's always like a learning experience
Can can I get personal?
because let's say I've dated some dumb dudes, but, I feel like in that time that we dated, like, for some reason, I wanted them, like, and
Infatuation.
right.
You're infatuated
Mm,
more than anything.
more than anything. And then
More than
it's
anything.
like once you pass that, it's like you see these red flags, but they're just like a carnival to you. You're like, okay.
Because you know why? You're lusting.
Yeah, we talked about this.
You're lusting. We
Hmm.
overlook things because we're lusting. We're not in love. We're
No.
lusting.
Hmm.
And you're like, oh no, there's just, but no, bitch, you need to stop. This bitch is crazy.
Right.
They really have fucked up. They have fucked up ways.
Hmm.
And people always are saying, oh, it's the guy. Y'all ain't shit neither.
I'm not saying that. Girls go crazy as well.
No, what I mean by that is like the mind frame of the woman these days is, oh, I'm gonna cheat on him before he cheats on me. It's like,
Some.
so how are you gonna have a serious relationship
How are you gonna have a serious relationship with what, like the next
with a
person?
person that's always thinking that you're trying to beat them?
No.
That's the mind frame that we have of this generation coming up.
Yeah.
Like, okay, say for instance, my ex, like she told me, and she tells me, "Hey, you down me, you talk down on me," and I say, "I've never talked down on you. I make you stand on your words.
Hmm.
I'm the type of and that's with humans. Period. If you tell me, hey, Kilo, I want to fucking by the end of May, I want to do this, that, and the third. And then I'm gonna hit you up and say, hey, yo, what are you doing towards that?
You're just keeping accountability.
Right. And I'm like, yo, like, what are you doing towards that? Oh, I'm tired today. I'll get it tomorrow. And it's like always an excuse. And I'm like, yo, every time it comes to you like being responsible, you're not like doing what you say you're gonna do.
Hmm.
And that's like that's a flaw to me.
Right.
I feel like you can achieve more by just being you. I
Hmm.
feel like people want everything handed to them. You
Right.
think that your ass, your pussy, that's not gonna get you far.
Hmm.
I mean, like to me, oh, I got me a mo. You're 37 years old and you went and got a motel for what? Oh, we just went and got a mo. We smoked out, hung out for the weekend. That's like 16-year-old shit.
Yeah.
And now but this is me. I'm like, damn, I dated this dumb bitch. Like for real. I can't believe I wasted my time
Hmm.
with this dumb person. I'm finna keep it real with you. Like, her past was so bad. This girl had listening devices. Me and my sister was on the phone one day, and I heard click, click, and I'm like, what the fuck was that? And my sister was like, yeah, what was that? I didn't know that. You got to remember, I'm fresh out of prison.
Hmm.
I didn't know Alexa, you could be on the phone and click into Alexa and listen to what's going on in the house. I didn't know that.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, you can.
Oh shit! I'm about to buy an Alexa.
Yeah, that's dangerous also though.
Hmm.
And I was like, what the fuck? So, and I called her like, yo, what's wrong with this thing? And she's like, oh no. And it was hidden behind the microwave. And I'm like, yo, this bitch is psycho.
Oh my gosh!
It was hidden. The Alexa was hidden behind the microwave. So I get it and I throw that bitch on. I throw it.
Threw it out. Yeah.
Throw it out. Right close by one of our close friends, right by the house. I threw it on the train tracks because I stayed like a block over from them at the time. So yeah. So threw it away, whatever. So boom, I'm like, and they're like, oh, I'm sorry, nah, 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 just my ex. And I'm like, hold on, listen, don't compare me to your ex
Right.
until I do something that your ex done,
Hmm.
because I've never compared you to nobody I've been with because you're not the same.
Right. And that's a problem that people are kind of like overlooking nowadays, and that's where you're saying that people are carrying like this past baggage, like shit that their exes have done to them, or stuff that they went through, like let's say like betrayal, or like now they have trust issues and now they have this. And that's something that I want to say, like I personally kind of grew, like I had to force myself to look out of that, because it's like I have been cheated on, I have done, like I got played, and it's like, why would I bring that baggage into my next, relationship or my next anything when that person hasn't done anything to me? And at that point, it's like, am I really just not trusting, or am I, because it's like I might not even trust anyone, or I will, like obviously I have to because that person hasn't done anything to me.
Correct.
But it's like it took time. It's not like That was probably what, like 3 years ago? But it takes time for you to not necessarily let your guard down, because now you've went through those experiences and you've went through the trauma, and you healed from that, and you don't want to put yourself in that same situation again. But at the same time, you can't knock it down just because of what ex homeboy did. Ex homeboy's probably like living it up, and here you are miserable. They're happy, and you're just like, shit. Well, what do I do with my life now? Because I got all these issues, but like, I can't trust this other person because I went through all this stuff. But that's what you're saying is like, what does that have to do
But
with?
I agree with you, and then I don't agree with you. The reason I agree with
I'm
you,
not saying you go down like
no, no,
with
no, 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 no,
full force,
no, no.
like.
But I say this, I say that, and I'm happy you. That's great material. Actually, you actually opened up a great a better conversation. Um, I've always said that, and it's this. Um, you've been like we listen. Ain't nobody on earth never been played,
Mm-hmm.
never been fucked over, never been felt stupid. I gotta tell girls, I'm not the first dick that's been in you, and I'm not the last dick gonna be in you. And that's just what I say. I'm a little more discreet or bold, how you say, blunt, but that's just me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So you could tell that word "I love you" don't mean shit to me.
Mm-hmm.
Cause I've seen people tell, like, back in the day, I'm like, I used to run girls around for escort services. So I'd be like, hey, picking them up and, driving them around. And I mean, this is many years ago, but, um, for real. And I'd be like, yo, what do you tell your husband? What do you do for a living? He's like, oh, he thinks I do a catering service. I'm like,
What?
you mean to tell me every night of the week he thinks you're going to do a catering service? And they're out fucking and sucking and whatever. And it's
She's
like,
catering, all right.
she's catering the needs.
She didn't say what she was catering.
Correct. And I'm like, I used to feel bad because she have a family with this guy. They got 2, 3 kids. The dude comes out, meets me, shakes my hand, and I'm like, and I'm just feeling like a piece of shit.
Were you like wearing a suit and like you look like you were in a catering service?
No, no, I wasn't at all. No, I wasn't at all. I was fucking more like of what I do now. You know what I'm saying? More laid back, quiet,
Right.
It's that third. But it made great money.
Mm-hmm.
Just, you were just responsible. I think each van had like 5 chicks. And we worked in certain zones or whatever. But the thing is like, and then you got people that don't care. And that scares me. And he's like, oh yeah, I don't care if my girl goes out and fucking whatever. As long as she brings the money home. And I'm like, so you mean to tell me if this dude fucking puts a gerbil up your girl's ass and fucking pulls it out, he's like, as long as she gets paid for it, I'm like,
What's a gerbil?
a gerbil?
Yeah, I don't know what that is.
Google it. Anyway,
No, I'm scared.
it's an animal.
Oh, like, oh.
Exact. What?
I thought, no,
Listen,
no. No,
some of the stories I've heard from people.
I didn't think that you were gonna talk about like this little animal. I thought you were just talking about like a code name for something.
Bro, girls have came back and told me they've had people put hamsters in their asshole, and I'm like, what the fuck?
Ew, why?
Like, and the first thing I said, how much did you charge him? Oh, $2,500. And I was like, well, was it worth it? And they were like, no, because that motherfucker, I couldn't get it out at first. And I was like, you dumb bitch, you put a gerbil in your ass or a hamster in your ass. You know what I'm saying? But people are sick like that.
Yeah. No, there's some people that have like the weirdest fetishes.
Bro, I had a guy fucking want this girl to like not change her panties for like a week and bring them to her so he can smell them.
No, I've heard.
And I was like,
I've heard more shit like of people actually like taking shits like on someone, like
that's
not
nasty.
even a golden shower. It's like straight on like I want you to shit on my chest.
If you shit on my chest, you might as well call the police. I'm gonna kill you.
No, that's disgusting.
That is. Golden showers is disgusting too. I had a girl that was into that
Yeah.
years ago. She's like, pee on me. I'm like, what? She's like, pee on me. Like, I'm not peeing on you, bitch. Are you crazy? It's nasty.
Yeah.
But they were into that.
Yeah.
Like, Spanish people are into fucking spitting into each other's throat. Are you into that?
Spitting into each other's throats.
Like, while you're fucking, like, pah.
Okay, so don't look at me like
nasty
that.
bitch.
No, don't
Nasty
don't
bitch. Go ahead.
don't look at me like
Nope,
that.
you
No, okay, I've done it once, but it wasn't like you're thinking about like a whole loogie.
Spit, motherfucker.
No. You're thinking about a whole loogie. Like, it's not like a
No, I
whole,
ain't
like,
say they were like.
no.
It was just like, pah.
It's like while you're making out. When you make out with someone, you're exchanging saliva.
Motherfucker, we are not fucking spitting on each other.
It's not what you think, but Your face.
Are you serious right now?
I'm
Are you fucking serious?
I'm fucking okay. I'm serious. Like, it's not what. It's literally not what you're like. You're acting so surprised. It's not like a hole where you're just like it's not like I'm spitting on the side of the street. It's different. Kilo, don't look at me like that. He hasn't changed his reaction. All right, we need to take a poll on this because
What's the poll?
no, people need to like let us know if that's normal or not because now you're looking at me crazy.
No, the thing is this. I know a lot of people that do that.
Right.
And I'm like, you get off on that shit?
It's
Now,
no, I mean it's also like something that's like very intimate. I'm not just gonna like let anyone
how
spit
the
in my
fuck is
fucking
saliva?
mouth.
How the fuck is saliva being spit in your face? So the fuck intimate.
It's not in your face. It's in your mouth.
You know what? I was gonna go there, but I ain't gonna go there. But if you let him spit, you'll let him spit.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
I've actually had instances with an ex-boyfriend and he was just like, yo, like, let me spit in your mouth. And I was like, no.
Say that again.
I said
Say
no.
it slowly.
Oh, my God.
I want to make sure that the world hears you.
Okay. You don't do it all the time. Like, you obviously...
So you let that guy spit on you one time.
Once.
We're not talking about that spit no more.
What do you mean? We're not talking about that spit no more. You're talking about something else now.
Yeah. If you let him spit on you, you'll let him spit on you. If you got to think about it, that means that you've done it.
No, because now I'm
You've
like,
done it. You've done it.
no. But like,
This motherfucker's a goddamn
you mean like
porn star.
No,
Go ahead.
Ew, no,
Don't do it.
no.
If you are, you are.
In your mouth?
In your face, your hair,
No. No.
stomach.
That's different.
That's nasty.
Where do you put it? I don't want it in me.
In the cooter snap.
In the what?
In the cooter snap.
No.
You got to put it in the cooter snap.
No.
With
That's why you got 2 kids.
No, I wear rubbers.
Oh.
No. And that don't mean nothing because he fucking nutted on your stomach.
No, it's called
pre-cum gets people
yeah.
fucking pregnant too.
Yeah.
But I mean, oh. So okay, but anyway, okay, I go for that. But what is your opinion? Because right now is like the biggest of all time. There's no separation. There's no separation, relaxation time now. I see people go from relationship to relationship within hours and days.
Mm-mm.
No?
No, I do see it.
And I'm not judging nobody, but that's pathetic. That means you cannot be alone.
You can't be alone.
And if you're that weak, I don't want to associate with you. I don't want to know a person like that. Mm-mm. And I've been with a few girls who's been like that.
Yeah.
And I was like, bro, we just broke up like yesterday, and like you already got fucking
somebody else,
Felipe already over there, and it's like, well, we've been cool, and like, I mean, okay, cool,
but that also like makes you wonder, like, okay,
have they been doing this?
Right.
Well, they have.
Have they been in like their back pocket like that?
But that's the thing, y'all don't want to lose. What's that, girls? What's the name of that song? Girls are players too, huh?
Kilo, I'm more alone than I am ever with company. But
that's because you're in school.
Right. And I work. And that's my priority more than anything.
I'm happy for you. But you have fun, motherfucker.
I'm not saying I don't.
Okay. As long as you're not La Toxica.
Oh my God.
But anyway.
Y'all got beef now.
Yeah, it's up. When it's up, it's up. It's up.
I love it.
It's up. But anyway, I'm gonna trick that bitch in one day. We're gonna get her. But anyway, fucking no, like people that I like as friends and stuff. I see it more of a spiteful thing than anything.
Yeah.
and it's spiking. It's
Mm-hmm.
starting to spike because like, okay, perfect example.
I feel like people think people like their person cares about what they do now, when in reality it's like clearly they don't if they didn't care that much about you to be with you. But you think just because now you're over here sleeping with their homeboy, or you
Oh, if
know,
you're sleeping with a homeboy, you're a piece of shit anyway.
yeah, but it's like they will like they're jumping around, and it's like, what do you get out of that?
You know, Miami is the capital of HIV in United States right now, right?
Miami is?
It's been like that for years. Google that.
Oh, I didn't know it was Miami. I
You
thought it
know,
was
Miami's on.
Atlanta.
No, it's not Atlanta. It's Miami. It's
Damn.
been like that for a couple years. Miami. You know, Miami's only what, hour away.
Yeah.
So shit spreads. And you know, like I ain't gonna lie, you know, like we used to go to Tootsie's and all these different spots and fuck the baddest bitches in there for $250.
Yeah.
That was just, you know, you get money, you do what you do.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I don't know what people are doing now, but everybody's fucking in circles.
Like,
They're fucking in circles. It's a cesspool. You know what I mean?
mm-hmm.
So with that being said,
You gotta wrap your willies, man. If you're
no,
gonna
you
do
gotta.
it.
Fuck. I mean, yeah, yes, honestly, you do. You need to wrap your willy. But besides that, people need to slow down and start fucking and doing like what we used to do back in the day and actually have standards again. I believe right now because if this person walks around with a Louis Vuitton belt or fucking he has a fake Rolex on, even though it could be a real Rolex or diamond earrings, like people are like, oh, I just want to be with him. But when you talk to this person's a fucking airhead.
And that's something that you like. I heard you, or I overheard you in a conversation you were having with someone. And you were like, "Are you chasing pocket, or are you chasing the person?"
And it's the truth.
Right.
You chasing the class or you chasing the ass?
Mm-hmm.
You know, and that's just, you know, because I mean, it's hard to say I've seen a faithful bitch. I mean, you can't say that, and this includes you too. You can't say that you're 100% real and to the bone with a person until you've been there with that person in that scenario and y'all went through that.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Because
Yeah.
like right now in your heart, if you're with somebody and you're committed, this, that, and the third, and this person might run into a situation and you be like, you know, I'm with them no matter what, cool. But things change a little longer, a little later, and it's like, oh, you know, I didn't really sign up for this or
Right. Like,
whatever.
are you there through the rainbows? Are you gonna be there through the thunderstorms? Like.
And people come up with more and more excuses every day, and it's like,
Mm-hmm.
fuck.
Yeah. Well, I feel like I've been in certain situations, like let's say there has been like guys that would like want to like talk to me, but it's like I see like certain things and I'm like, I can't handle the bag, like what you got going on. And I say that truthfully. Like, let's say there was like a certain person and he had a kid, and it's like I'm not.
Is the kid the issue or the baby mama?
Well, I feel like the no, because I've never like even met the baby mama. It was just like one of the first things that it was like kind of just there, but it's like it really made me realize that it's like I wouldn't be ready to date someone with a kid.
Why?
I'm not saying, Kilo, it's a lot to that.
Why?
What do you mean why?
That's not your kid.
Right, it's not my kid,
We're
but
not moving in together.
right, but it's like it leads to that.
No, it doesn't.
It doesn't
You're
lead to that.
dating.
Okay,
It's a
and then
big
what
difference.
happens after dating?
You move on. Dating is dating. That
Right.
means there's always room. Dating is dating. There's always room for improvement or to move on. That's dating. Now, when we're in a committed relationship, that's totally different.
Right. Okay. So I'm dating to be in a committed relationship, and then it leads to more. Why would I waste my time off rip knowing
Then
that
you're
I'm not
gonna
ready
meet
for
baby
that?
mama.
Right.
So you're not. Basically, you're just telling me you're not ready to be.
A step parent.
Why? Why?
Because I just know I'm not.
You just want to be free.
Okay. Maybe I do want to be free in a way.
Just say it.
Okay.
I don't want no child tying me down.
Right.
Not right now.
Not right now.
How old are you?
28.
You got time.
Right.
You got time. Don't waste all your time now.
I'm not wasting my time.
But some of the best dudes are the ones who actually take care of their kids though.
No, for sure, absolutely. I'm not disagreeing with you. I'm just saying, like me personally, at the moment in my life right now, I couldn't handle that.
Somebody with a kid fucked you over?
No. I love kids actually, but it's like I couldn't.
You couldn't what?
I couldn't bark that tree.
Don't bark then, meow.
Oh my goodness. Kilo, I gotta go.
I'm just saying.
No.
No.
No, I don't.
I mean, but that's your preference and everybody respects it and that's what you are.
And that's what I'm saying. Like at the moment, and I'm not like disregarding on that because it's like I know like single parents and stuff, but it's like saying me personally, like I know, I couldn't be able to. I couldn't. Just because like my life already as is right now is like really hectic. And it's like when I get with someone, it's like I would be getting with someone and like their child. And like you said, like
baggage.
That's already
that comes
coming.
with it.
That comes with it.
Yeah,
There's no way around it.
Right. Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, that's something that we'll get into in another episode, I hope y'all enjoyed today's episode, episode 3 with Kilo
and
Myra on the rocks. And we would love for your feedback because we are for the people. Just leave in the comments what you think, feedback, and we'll start replying back to them and speaking.
Like, subscribe, follow us on the rocks _
Make sure
Kilo and My.
Make sure you subscribe.
We'll be coming out with content every week. So
Facebook page will be up soon. Instagram's already up. TikTok's coming. We're happy we're here to please you. Y'all have a good night.